Okay, we're gonna go speak with Otto and see what he knows about Hugo Kupka and the Royalists. If he knows something that we don't, then I'm gonna go check up on Jill and see how she's doing. She looked pretty tired after the fighting at Rosalith Castle, so...
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Oh, she's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and their other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
Right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right. You win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her.
Vivian.
While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air? Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto, you got my gill?
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Well, Otto, you have to count it up. Smart girl. Right, let's check up on Jill first. Maybe Tarja has something to say.
Visiting hours are over, your lordship.
Who's gonna stop me? Hi, Jill.
I'll be all right, Clive. I just need some rest.
Okay. I wonder if it said something else here. No, it's still about Clive. I thought it was gonna say something about Jill instead. But it's always the same treatment diary. Let's go check on Asta.
Maybe the manliest of men, but he does lack a certain tenderness. Goots, meanwhile,
okay.
is as burly as a behemoth.
She hasn't changed her interest to anyone else, so let's go speak with Mid, Sid's daughter.
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it, then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me, that one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well. If Sid could see you now. All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Okay. Let's get the work done.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Okay, let's check up with them. Doesn't seem like we have... Sid's going to chop off Kupka's head this time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like we chopped off his hands. That was brutal. Really was. Oh. Seagull?
Are you lost, Mr. Seagull? Or should I call you Mr. Lake Gull?
I guess you could. He just keeps on finding these animals.
Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools.
Let's see what he says about it.
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Tell her I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt.
And let's speak with Karen.
Was wondering where you'd got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment...
It's paid. 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
Indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Bardolph? Who is that? Oh, Bardolph is the one with the little boat.
With a good oil in this.
Oh no.
Should be enough to keep us going.
Ah, right, carpenter. That's what we needed.
Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, will all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Okay, so Bernard. Are we really gonna have an airship out of this? We'll just have to see them. Wait and see what Mid comes up with. That would be so much fun though. Although it's not really like we do need an airship right now. Just because we can fast travel like everywhere. Either way.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
So at the ruins, let's go there. Have we been there? Cressida ruins. We'll just have to see. Oh, wait, that way.
Stay sharp.
I don't remember how it looked. What if we need this airship to be able to fight Ultima? Like, what if we have to go to outer space? That would be pretty darn cool. But also, what is Ultima doing here? We'll just have to see.
Good girl.
Since we're probably not even close to the ending. And we only just met him anyway, so... Oh right, I have no potions. Of course. Well... We all know how I can replenish my potions. I just have to die. Or buy. But that's not much fun. Wait, this isn't the way. Oh my god. I need to be focused. Or what if we have to leave Valisthea? And that's why we also would need an airship. Ah. That would be very interesting. There he is. What is he looking at?
Hi. I've ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit them. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends.
Oh, you want me to clear the place, right?
You're a band when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
We're gonna chop them up into small little pieces. And maybe make food out of them. Since we have a chef with...
This shouldn't take long.
Interesting recipes. You might want some of these. Not saying I'm gonna eat it, but... Oops.
Too slow.
Did I learn nothing from the training?
Over here!
Well, I rather use all the skills and abilities in battle. Since we're not doing any boss enemies now. Vampire Thorn. Ooh, why are they so fast? Or they are always this fast? No! Hold it longer. There we go.
It's over. You're finished.
I need to get used to that. Since the other skills are just like I only need to tap them once. So I have to be cautious as to when I'm switching to Titan. Oh gosh.
Over here.
Doesn't really matter if I die because I need potions. That's why I'm also being very sloppy and don't really care if they hit me.
All yours, Torgal.
Titan's abilities are quite slow. So I can't keep holding the button in if I'm too close to the enemy. And the enemy is fast. Like this guy.
Kill! Too slow.
Oh. My nails always click up the map. How many times have I done that already? Like 5 times. At least 5 times. Titan's abilities do a lot of damage though. Will be nice against a boss. There we go. Now back to Bernard and tell him that we just sliced up every single one of the enemies.
You made short work of that lot.
Yeah.
Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
Yeah, you need to hurry, Clive.
Ma?
Oh.
I'm sorry I ain't been back to see you in so long, but I got some news for you. I'm to be wed.
Congratulations! Don't we have something for him, Clive? I don't think we do. I don't think we have a wedding gift of any sort, unfortunately. But we have plenty of swords, since we can like always create a sword. Right, I haven't been to Blackthorn yet to see if I can do anything with the shards I got. There seems to be something here. Oh, fallen ruins. This looks like a fighting area. What's gonna come up from the ground or something? Maybe not. So, nothing? Maybe something will happen here. Right now it's just nothing there. Okay, we're gonna go back to Mid and tell her that we're done.
It's all right. Sid has nothing to fear from.
What do you need? So, what'll it be?
Ooh, let's see here. Earth shard. We can make a grindstone.
No scratches, right?
Oh wow. This is so cool. Okay, now this one is very cool looking.
How's it coming along?
We're gonna have a huge collection of swords. I like it.
But I want to help Miss Mididol with her experiment.
All right, Clive, you've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
I like her upbeat personality. We definitely need that kind of personality around us. Wind up.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Yeah, let's check up on our wifey.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon?
Oh, and the side quest popped up. And another one over there. I'm gonna do the side quests first.
Again. Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coeurl's. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A curse breaker managed to release a Stolus amid the confusion, but This was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go.
Let's go.
Them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Right. So we're gonna do several other good deeds. And it sounded like Clive was already like, phew, okay, we're done. Let's just continue. But we have some quests to do. And he's not saying no.
What's everyone whispering about?
He's just helping everyone. Even though he doesn't need to.
Clive.
Tarja, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves? Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgal. He must have found something.
Right, I wonder what he found.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Tarja has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but there as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblord like Tarja, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Do no harm. So blossoms, that's what we need?
I'm feeling a lot better, thanks to Tarja's remedies. But she insists I rest.
Then it's best to do so. Was there another quest? Yeah. No, I think I took everyone. Everyone's quest.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks.
We should be going to Hippocrates to check up on what he has found on Torgal. Because that's gonna be very interesting. Like, what's that about?
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and, seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name
I see.
was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
That's so cool.
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal!
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Okay.
There you are!
Not like inedible.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shan't be a moment.
So it was Jill who awakened Torgal. Very interesting. Let's see what she has built.
Isn't it brilliant?
It's a good start.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest. And work in earnest we shall!
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Or will Otto pay me back?
Thanks from before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return. Though I did wonder if I'd bit off more than I could chew when Mid showed me her plans for the place. If she hadn't been there to tell me what to do, I wouldn't have known where to start.
That's right, she seems like a very smart girl.
I wish Miss Midador would let us help her with her dungeoneering. I wonder what she's going to dungeoneer next.
Let's go and ask her.
That's such a good word, dungeoneering. What to dungeoneer next? Anything to read? Yes, we do. Frost wolf, a rare breed of wolf from the frozen northern territories that is said to be able to conjure magics. And an ancient fable from the region prominently features a frost wolf by the name of Fenrir, who was companion to the Queen of the Snows, most likely an allusion to the dominant of Shiva, and defended her not with tooth and claw, but with bolts of eyes. That's so interesting because both Torgal and Jill have like the same coloring. Like the coloring of her like hair and clothing, and with Torgal's coloring on his fur. Daughter of Sid and student of engineering at the University of Canberra, from a young age Mid showed the same passion for invention as her father, and an even greater aptitude. She is as well vested in the secrets of modern and fallen technology as any scholar in the twins, and means to put that knowledge to use in service of the Hideaway. Okay, so she knows a lot about the fallen technology as well. That makes sense because Sid also knew a lot. So he must have told her a lot about it. Like father, like daughter. Let's see what we can find. Wait a minute. Torgal, I need to pet you. Since we couldn't do it in the beginning. Now let's get out Ambrosia and find what we're looking for.
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs.
Let's see. They were here.
Be safe.
That hornet is probably gonna attack me, right? All of these. Let's see.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
They look more purple to me. But you know, guys and colors.
Keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease.
Get him!
Not only are hornets after us, but all these raptors.
This one. Go to him. This one. Get him. Over here.
There we go. I love that Torgal can just jump up into the air like he's flying and then just roll at the enemy. So useful. I think we're gonna do like this and have Titan here. Gonna switch this one. Yeah, since we're still using Ramu, I'm just gonna keep it. But I kinda wanted to have Garuda's abilities. I might switch out Titan to Garuda.
Slavers don't even... Ambrosia won't help me here.
How about here then? Here we go. I feel like Titan's abilities are gonna be very handy in 1 versus 1 battle against bosses. But could also be useful the one where it does this fist and just runs
straight home now.
Runs across. That one would also be good.
Get me back on my feet. I'll tear those.
Ooh, it's the handsome guy.
I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Dorys sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The Hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slavers' carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you.
We're gonna do our best.
And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Let's go to that carriage. Oh, it's right over there. It's not even far away. I was gonna say don't worry because Clive is a dominant, but he's something else. He's clearly something else.
Too slow. This one.
Does that mean maybe Clive can't fall to the curse, to that stone curse? Thinks he's very different from the other dominants. It's gonna be very interesting following this story, because I've got a lot of questions and barely any answers right now. But we haven't even started.
Over here! This one.
I mean, so far we've only fought Benedicta and Hugo. And we're not even done with Hugo.
Over here! Torgal, kill! Fool!
There we go. Save everyone. Bone necklace.
Who are you?
Oh, they are alive. 2 of them.
A friend.
Were they more?
Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Dorys know we're expecting new arrivals.
Well, we have plenty of space in our hideaway. And I love that we call it home. Hold on. There you have a snack, Torgal. Such a cutie. Kinda want the judgment bolt. Earth and Fury. It's good as well, but I don't think I'm gonna get the aerial blast just because it fogged the entire screen and I couldn't see anything. But I want to know how that judgment bolt looks. And we need that to judge our enemies. Gonna use that on Anabella. If we get a chance to beat her up. See if I've missed anything here. Don't think so. We're done here. So let's get back to the hideaway. And then continue with the story.
What do you reckon Mid's going to make next?
Is it business or pleasure?
This waistband looks pretty. I think I already read up on this. Yes, I did. I mean, I could buy it. But I don't think I need it right now. Will not triggered unless ability charge magic is learned, which we already have. Increases limit break generation amount by 3% when dealing damage, and this one is when taking damage. Would 6% be enough? Nah. And anyway, we don't want to get hit.
Finished, are you?
And we still have 0 potions.
It's all right. Sid has nothing to fear.
Exactly, we have nothing to fear from Kupka, but right now he's with Waloed, so he's got plenty of people on his side. Or whatever they're doing with him.
Sid, welcome back. A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Coeurl and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Coeurl and you after them woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Coeurl to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Dorys.
It's good to see you safe and well, Coeurl. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Coeurl, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a curse breaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
I believe in her. She has a lot of responsibility. You could hear that in her dialogue. Rising flames, cool down by 2 seconds. It's still a quick ability. So to the infirmary. And then speak with Vivian, although I do need to do some reading.
Today, Clive. Come to claim your just desserts?
They say it is your men who keep the roads free of beast and bandit. As one whose livelihood is reliant on safe passage from market to market, my chocobos and I thank you. A concerned caravaneer. Caravaneer. Is that how you pronounce it?
All yours.
Cleric medallion. Sounds like it has something to do with potions or health. It's turning this quest. He can do his job.
Too much trouble finding the ammonia.
There you have the leaves. Purple leaves.
Oh yes, this is it, and more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Tarja trusts you, which means I trust you. The Hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words, truly. But I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Just calm down.
Lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tarja. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
Clive is such a nice man. He just pulls everyone's spirits up. Feels like he's doing so much for everyone else.
Mix branding ink with the foulest poison known to man. Since then, bearers have only ever had two choices. Court the crystal's curse in service of their masters, or defy the brand and suffer the wyvern's wrath. Either way, it's an agonizing death.
I would defy the brand. I'd be like, okay, get this brand off me.
Finally got mid out of your hair, have you? Enjoy the quiet. Doubt it'll last long.
It's finished out.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
Oh. Who would that be? What if it's Joshua? No, can't be. It would be pretty more grand to meet Joshua, not here. And would he even know? No, that's not. Oh, it's Byron!
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favorite uncle is here!
Oh my god, he's so lovable. Already. Did you see how happy Clive was to see his uncle? It just zoomed into his face. He was like... Back to Sunbreak. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'd love to live here.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
Of course it was Anabella.
Go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of the moment. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true.
He doesn't like that.
Every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
Has he always been like this, or has Anabella corrupted him? What you say, Dion? I think that's it.
Yes, sire.
A flower. He was sitting with this one at the previous political meeting. I think.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
It's her doing, right? I think so.
That is your wish, your Radiance. I shall depart at once.
That glare. That glare. Oh my god. If looks could kill.
May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
That's some kind of bullshit. That's Anabella's doing too. She's been feeding them lies.
Tales were true.
No! No! Don't listen to her.
Me, Dion.
Oh my god, look at this evil biatch. Poor kid. If you only knew how freaking evil your mom is. Even looks bored to death.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
Yeah, but we also need to do some reading.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks.
Wrong.
It's just one thing after another around here.
Wrong turn.
Mid's moved into the storeroom.
Let's see what we can read up on. I wonder if there's some kind of symbolism behind that flower.
Tome says he's looking
Especially since it was...
I know. Let's write one.
Oh, Torgal. Especially since it zoomed in on the flower.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. If you have a question
Let's see
for
what
me,
we got.
I should be happy to answer it.
Person of interest. Oh, do we have more on Torgal? Clive's faithful friend who is fiercely protective of him and his allies. However, it emerges that he is more than a mere scent hound. He is a rare frost wolf, imbued with a sorcerer's strength that he is able to call upon to defend his allies in times of crisis. I knew there was something more special about Torgal. Now let's read up on someone else. The Hideaway's resident historian. After Sid's death and the destruction of his home, he joined Clive at the new Hideaway, establishing a grand library within the walls of the fallen ruin. from whence he continues to share his knowledge with any who will listen. He has taken the orphan twins Tet and Crow as his apprentices, though they have yet to prove the most attentive audience. Yeah, because they're just kids right now. But that's so nice of him. And I'm so glad he's alive. Tet. One of a pair of young twins who assist our Harpocrates in the Hideaway library, or at least are tasked to. In practice, he spends most of his time reading books and testing tomes with his sister Crow. Though their parents were both bearers, Tet was spared that burden. Alas, he was not spared the tragedy of losing both his mother and father when Sid's Hideaway was laid low. Thank you, Hugo, for making these kids orphans. He's such an a-hole. Crow. One of a pair of young twins who assist Harpocrates in the Hideaway library, or at least are tasked to. In practice, she spends most of her time reading books and teasing tomes with her brother Tet. Born a bearer like her parents, but spared the prejudice and persecution that they were forced to suffer. Alas, she was not spared the tragedy of losing both her mother and father when Sid's Hideaway was laid low. So they have pretty much the same parents and same background, almost. Sir Wade, a loyal shield of Rosaria. Though he was thought to have died during the attack on Phoenix Gate, he somehow survived not only the disaster, but the imperial conquest that followed. He and other like-minded shields took up residence in the abandoned Lazarus and formed the Guardian of the Flame. Brothers in arms who fight for the restoration of the duchy. Shouldn't we take the Guardians of the Flame in with us? Or where are they operating right now? Have they moved or are they still at the same place? Because that doesn't feel so safe. Is there anything else that we should be reading now? The brand removal. The painstaking process of slicing away the bearer brand so that no mark remains. Tarja and the Hideaway's Physiker has mastered the procedure, though it still entails a good deal of pain and a risk indeed. The brand is written in poison ink, that any attempt to remove it should result in death. Given this, many choose to forego the process, even though their brand precludes them from ever leaving the Hideaway. Well, I think it's a good process to living free. And there we have the astrologer Wyvern Tail. Oh, we have it here. So we have some information. The elegant white flower that is a symbol of the Holy Empire of Sambrek. Oh, okay. So that's what it's about. Well, they do seem to like that flower. Astrologer. Members of the Gregorian clergy who divine the future from the movements of the heavens. It has long been custom for the astrologers of the imperial court to share their auguries only with the emperor, granting them significant political influence, which is really bad, provided that the emperor of the day shares Sylvestre inclination to heed their advice. That is so bad. Like, literally, Anabella could have spoken to them and be like, say this, say that. Like, she's very manipulative. Can't wait for her to just die.
You are always welcome, Clive.
And I hope her death isn't easy. Okay, this is gonna be it for this episode, so thank you very much for watching and bye bye.